Role of classification societies in shipping. Classification societies are independent technical organizations that establish and maintain standards for the design, construction, and maintenance of ships throughout their service life. Their primary role is to verify that a vessel's structure, machinery, and essential systems are fit for safe operation. They review designs, conduct surveys during construction, and perform regular inspections while the ship is in service. Classification societies may also act on behalf of flag administrations to implement international conventions. Governments, insurers, cargo owners, charterers, and port authorities rely on class certificates as evidence that a vessel meets recognized technical and safety standards. Major classification societies are members of the International Association of Classification Societies, or IACS. This presentation covers 6 important areas of ship classification. First, we examine the purpose and scope of classification and why ships are classed. Next, we discuss the classification process from design approval to certification. We then review class characters and notations used to identify a vessel's classification status. The presentation continues with repairs, alterations, and certification requirements, followed by circumstances that may lead to suspension or withdrawal of class. Finally, we explore fleet quality monitoring systems and transparency measures that ensure continuous compliance and safety oversight. The objective of classification is to verify that a ship's essential structure and systems are suitable for their intended service. Classification confirms the integrity of the hull and appendages, the vessel's stability characteristics, the reliability of propulsion and steering systems, and the capability of power generation systems to maintain essential onboard services. It is important to understand that classification is not a guarantee of overall ship performance or design excellence. Rather, it confirms compliance with established technical rules and standards. Compliance as a prerequisite. Before a vessel can obtain or maintain classification, it must comply with relevant international conventions and regulations. These include SOLAS for safety, MARPOL for pollution prevention, the International Load Line Convention, the Ballast Water Management Convention, the Anti-Fouling Systems Convention, and specialized codes such as the IBC, IGC, FTP, Polar Code, and Industrial Personnel Code. Classification societies also apply IACS unified interpretations to ensure consistent implementation of these requirements worldwide. Compliance with these international instruments forms the foundation upon which classification is granted. The classification process begins with a detailed review of design plans to ensure compliance with class rules. During construction, surveyors attend the shipyard to inspect the vessel as it is being built. Key components such as steel plates, engines, castings, and machinery are verified at manufacturing facilities. Before delivery, surveyors witness sea trials to confirm satisfactory performance. Once all requirements are met, a class certificate is issued. Thereafter, periodic surveys are conducted throughout the vessel's life to verify continued compliance and identify any defects, corrosion, or damage requiring corrective action. Class characters indicate the extent of compliance verified by the classification society. The notation SUL signifies that the hull, appendages, and equipment comply with class requirements. SU indicates that the hull and appendages meet requirements, but equipment may not fully comply. SU is assigned when certain equipment is considered unnecessary because of the vessel's special service. The notation IY applies to machinery and confirms that the propulsion and associated machinery systems satisfy class standards. These symbols provide a concise summary of what aspects of the vessel have been examined and approved. Distinguishing marks and notations. Classification societies use distinguishing marks and service notations to provide additional information about a vessel. These marks indicate whether the ship was built under direct survey of the classification society or admitted later from another IACS member. Service restriction notations define the waters in which a vessel may operate, such as sheltered waters, restricted waters, coastal service, specified routes, or designated operating areas. A complete class notation may include ship type, cargo type, special duties, special features, and service restrictions, giving a detailed description of the vessel's approved service. Certifying materials, equipment, and machinery. To ensure reliability and safety, all materials, equipment, and machinery must meet class standards. Classification societies conduct type approval for product categories and unit certification for individual items. Alternative certification schemes may also be applied according to class rules. Through mutual recognition agreements among IACS members, certificates issued by recognized organizations may be accepted. Steel and other critical materials must be manufactured in approved facilities and tested according to established procedures. This certification process helps maintain uniform quality throughout the maritime industry. Surveys, repairs, and alterations. Maintaining classification is a shared responsibility between the owner and the classification society. Owners must arrange surveys, ensure they are completed on time, report damage promptly, and seek approval before carrying out repairs or modifications. Classification societies are responsible for inspecting repairs, approving alterations, monitoring shipyard procedures, and conducting surveys. Emergency repairs must be documented and reported afterward. Failure to notify the classification society about significant repairs or alterations may result in suspension of class. Regulatory timeframes at a glance. Certain classification activities are governed by fixed regulatory timelines. These include implementation periods for new rules, monitoring periods for condition improvement programs, change of class windows, suspension to withdrawal intervals, and compliance periods for optional vessels. Understanding these timelines is important because failure to meet specified deadlines can affect the vessel's classification status and operational eligibility. What triggers suspension of class? Suspension of class may occur automatically when critical requirements are not met. Common reasons include failure to complete special, annual, or intermediate surveys on time, non-compliance with survey recommendations, overdue continuous survey items, incorrect freeboard markings, operation outside approved service conditions, failure to report damage, major casualties without timely repairs, and non-payment of fees. Since suspension can occur without separate notice, owners must actively ensure compliance with all class requirements. From suspension to deletion of class. The process from suspension to deletion follows a defined progression. Suspension occurs when surveys are overdue or conditions of class are not satisfied. If corrective action is not taken within the prescribed period, usually 6 months, the class may be withdrawn. Deletion of class occurs when the vessel ceases to exist as an operational entity, such as after scrapping, total loss, or abandonment. However, after withdrawal, an owner may request reclassification through a special survey, allowing the vessel to regain class status if requirements are met. Transparency of classification information. Classification societies maintain transparency by providing access to classification information to various stakeholders. Owners, flag administrations, port state authorities, insurers, and shipyards may access different categories of information, including register books, certificate expiry dates, overdue surveys, conditions of class, executive hull summaries, and class withdrawal notices. Some information is automatically available, while other information may be released upon request or during on-board visits. Transparency promotes confidence in the classification system and supports maritime safety. Fleet quality monitoring is a risk-based system used to maintain and improve the quality of classed vessels. Potential risks are identified through computer-based analysis and surveyor feedback. Vessel conditions are monitored during routine class and statutory surveys without requiring additional inspections. When deficiencies are identified, owners may be required to undertake condition improvement measures. After corrective actions, vessels remain under monitoring for a minimum period before being removed from the program. Repeated failures may lead to procedures for withdrawal of class and can affect an owner's entire fleet. In summary, classification verifies the structural integrity, stability, and machinery reliability of ships, but does not guarantee overall performance. Class characters and notations clearly indicate what has been examined and approved. Maintaining class depends on timely surveys and owner compliance with requirements. Suspension can occur automatically when obligations are not met, and withdrawal may follow if corrective action is delayed. Finally, fleet quality monitoring and transparency mechanisms ensure continuous oversight, helping to maintain safety, reliability, and confidence in the global maritime industry. Thank you for watching this video. For more marine topics, please visit the channel Marine Buddies. Your feedback is extremely important for improving the content of this channel.